twice a year, my kid's school sends home a flyer from an organization that is run by bigots, and these bigots want my help. Not only does this national organization actively discriminate against a wide variety of people, it also has a special relationship with our government. Not only does this narrow-minded organization get special government treatment, but guess what? It has a history of hiding pedophiles in its own ranks. No, I'm not talking about the Catholic Church. I'm talking about the Boy Scouts of America. Child rape was so bad in the Scouts that they collected all the information and placed it in deep storage. And this is what the Scouts called the repository of said horrible information: the perversion files. Quote from the LA Times: "Over 2 decades, the Boy Scouts of America failed to report hundreds of alleged child molesters to police and often had the allegations from parents and the public. A Los Angeles Times review of 1,600 confidential files dating from 1970 to 1991 has found that scouting officials frequently urged admitted offenders to quietly resign and helped many cover their tracks. Volunteers and employees suspected of abuse were allowed to leave, citing bogus reasons such as business demands, quote, chronic brain dysfunction, and duties at a Shakespeare festival. The details are contained in the organization's confidential perversion files, a blacklist of alleged molesters that the Scouts have used internally since 1919. Scouts lawyers around the country have been fighting in court to keep the files from public view. As the Times reported in August, men expelled for alleged abuses slipped back into the program only to be accused of molesting again. Now, a more extensive review has been shown that Scouts sometimes abetted molesters by keeping allegations under wraps." That's the end of the quote. And for those of you who don't know this, President Obama is the honorary president of the Boy Scouts of America. Nice job, Mr. President. It should come to no surprise that the Boy Scouts don't allow atheists or agnostics in, because we are simply not moral enough for them. Quote from the Scouting Guide: "The Boy Scouts of America maintains that no member can grow into the best kind of citizen without recognizing an obligation to God. The recognition of God as the ruling and leading power in the universe and the grateful acknowledgement of His favors and blessings are necessary to the best type of citizenship and are wholesome precepts in the education of the growing members." End of quote. But there are some atheists out there who support the Scouts because, hey, they may be letting in the gays, and would they let us in too if they're going to let the gays in? Well, this is wrong. A writer from the Star Tribune contacted the Boy Scouts national spokesman about atheists and agnostics and about whether or not they're going to be allowed in. Quote, "It is the position of the Boy Scouts of America that the ideals and principles of duty to God and reverence set forth in the Scout oath and law are central to teaching young people to make better choices over their lifetimes." In case you didn't get that, fuck you atheists and agnostics. Don't send your kids to the Scouts. Don't buy their crap. If your town or city lets the Scouts rent out municipal buildings at a special rate, call your local politician and tell them to make the Scouts pay full price. No special treatment for bigots. Thanks for watching.